the wheel, and I was so with you. Yes, the mathematics, Edmund says.
All right, I'm moving closer to the mirror now.
No way in each should we have, especially if they're trying to oversight that variant.
They'll be back. There's nobody here yet, so good. Share screen is live. All right, good.
So many things. Blind to me with science, that maybe the technology. Thanks, Jenny Caitlin's been on the playlist. Last trial, blind to me with science, love it. Nick Predictus, I received a federal
Perfect.
You can serve on the jury, please. Go do it. Go do it. Not only is it your duty, but also, I would love to be the one I in a jury room. They will never allow me to sit on the jury ever. I've been called so many times and go. I know the attorneys. It's like, oh, goodbye, get out.
I'm back.
But I really want to be on a jury. I would love to be a fly on the wall on a jury. I want to know what goes on there. I want to know how these people think. I want to know that people can be easily manipulated and easily bamboozled by other jurors who are louder. And you do a fine job. And I hope that you will serve. I think that can fly. Reasonable doubt. How can you manipulate data that puts someone in jail for money and live or something? I don't know. I hope Karen Reed shows the video.
So this is the hair right here. We just perfect. So this is the hair we picked up from the Beauty Supply Outre 1B1 and a 10-inch.
Don't talk about handmaids in the UK. We only like, we're on episode 3. Okay, well, I don't really talk about it. I just say, are any of you guys watching it? Because I do watch it. I like it. But I do think it was a process of overacted in this season. And she, good thought. I believe that the side of prosecution knows that it will be very overturned here. I don't know if she would be. I don't know if they would let her out bail and appeal. I don't know. This job, I have no idea what this job would do. I mean, she's been out on bail this entire time. She's not a threat. I don't know if they would. I'm sitting in there pending an appeal, but you guys, what do you think? No, the back. Hold on, I gotta put the volume on.
Go right there. Oh God, he's back. All right, we had a little setback, but setbacks don't last for long over here. We're doing finger waves with the leave out on a quick weave. We're mixing wet and wavy. That can go straight, and we're mixing it with just regular straight. Remember, you guys can hit the subscribe button if it's your first time coming in. We're going to finish up this quick weave so we can do some finger waves after.
Continuous 20 clock. As I call it, where I convert it into seconds. See, we're on trigger 1162.2. This is the second trigger. Once again.
This here actually looks like a 1B, miss. You said it's a 1 though, the curly stuff. You thought it was a 1?
No, it's a 1.
It says a 1?
Mm-hmm.
It literally looks like a 1B. I mean, it's fine. It does look like a 1B.
Just to show how
Oh my lord. What should?
It stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I said it stopped. One time I hear those kind of musics. Flashing, dashing,
so there's again this data referred to as being the computer's scanning the network for the data. So it's not all exactly.
Cut that off, go around because we're gonna have a leave out, so we gotta leave that part straight.
BB points out vehicles are put in neutral or retro.
Is a delay when you step on the accelerator pedal, so that then translates to increase RPM again.
Yeah, I gotta
Takes
take
some
this
time
down.
to build it up again.
This cowgirl, so I can go long form, portrait form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Which includes
I like
shifting
wider video.
reverse, the steering, again, a tiny bit of left foot steer, and put that into a simulation program where we're simulating what the Lexus will do. So we take into account the mechanical characteristics, steering.
Let's see.
Remember what I said, initially pulled forward, then backed up, past its initial spot, and then went backwards further distance. So what this shows is where we simulated
Add up.
this
Thank you.
program called HVE. So that's the vehicle. And then it accelerated, reversed, past its initial starting position, and came to rest right there. That's where the test screen data ends. As you can see here,
That's somebody
it's
calling?
still going.
I'm like somebody dating.
Thank you, Michael. Vehicles put into neutral gear only when being loaded onto a
So again, I
flatbed.
mentioned
As
that
part
the
of
test
the
screen is taking a window of data. It doesn't take anything outside the window. You can see that when you account for the wheel slippage, that the vehicle at the time of the last data point, it was at 74% throttle. Where it pulled forward 34 feet and then backed up 53 feet.
Jaden was going?
Was he? Oh. No, he had gotten picked up from his friend a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
Like a stepchild.
All right, honey.
I ain't sleeping yet.
No, I'll move your head where I need it to be.
Oh, yeah.
now,
Wait, so now she backed up 87 feet into John. Are we on now 1162 too? Because originally, didn't they say it was 60 feet in reverse? At 20 miles an hour, now he's saying 87 feet in reverse. Hello? For me, I gotta do it. 53, I don't know what the hell he's saying.
where it stopped, total travel forward.
Slide
34
your
feet,
body down just a little bit for me. That's good.
34 feet forward. And a total of 50 feet back, total travel distance of 87 feet. So went all the way forward where it stopped, then back up 87 feet. That's big data stop. It's still moving. 3,300 probably just a bit on the airpage. I did. I do.
I think it's 87 feet backwards, right? Oh, hey, get your faces away from the mic, brain. If the data ends, I don't know how fast your car is still going. I don't know if that many, I'm so confused. I'm all over the place. Was the total? Wasn't it 60 before, now it's 53?
Sure, basically 3 different routes you can go. Sherman Street, Pleasant Street, Washington, and Sherman Street. Yes. So, to go 2.3 miles.
Yes, isn't 87 feet, yes, isn't 87 feet also the total of the number of steps that John King took? That's great. As you said, 87 feet is the total, this is 34 feet forward plus 53 feet backwards. Isn't that coincidentally also the same number of feet that the steps would equal that he did?
I did. 39.5 miles.
That would be half the speed of the Lexus would be being traveled like this.
Correct.
Oh, you could pause it.
That's so confusing. This is the important part. This is his opinion with a reasonable degree of engineering certainty. So listen up. Here's another opinion from this guy.
Should be order. Objection.
1162, the tax free report for 2 trigger.
type of program, type of
The actual trigger was excessive urban acceleration. The event was during the course of the 3-month term. Approximately 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Yeah. A trigger event itself was transition to reverse and then high throttle application. It's a forward motion followed by a lengthy high speed rear impact or rear motion.
Yeah. For the impact part, if you can't prove that. Yeah, listen to it again.
And itself was, a trigger event itself was transition to reverse and then high throttle application. It's a forward motion followed by a lengthy high speed rear motion.
Very nice. Oops.
Trigger event was high throttle opening, a transition to reverse. It's a forward motion followed by a higher speed rear motion. And at the end of the trigger event, there's still a 7% throttle.
You have been into a degree of engineering, sir, the higher distance captured in that 10-second window. Or that,
You have to continue to know? Yes. So it obviously only captures what's going on during the trigger, doesn't capture before or after the trigger. Yes.
So that's 6
Part of your analysis, you have whether that is Lexus was
Was accelerated at 70% per hour.
all off rushing out of that
your
ribs and floated.
relative time was back when we were occurred. The defendant's Lexus takes the show.
It matches the window on the south wall made of Mr. O'Keefe that was in front of the fair. So, backing event, or somewhere between.
He was inside the house. He was in the house. But he's in the general vicinity of the yard or the street because he's in the house.
A different part of your study of this
Okay,
case.
no.
At some point, you tried to determine whether there was an intervening event that could have caused damage to the defendant's right rear tail light separate from the collision at Fairview.
I did.
Reading his own witnesses and he
At
gets
some
on the
point,
answer
you
in
looked
his
at the data and
question.
analyzed this case. Did you consider including or excluding evidence, analyze evidence, or excluding whether there's an intervening event that caused damage to the defendant's Lexus right rear tail light?
Yes, I did.
When you started your analysis, what information
Just to the record.
Looking at the downloads, technical information, looking at this backing incident, looking at Mr. O'Keefe's injuries and how they relate to the event. So the second problem. Video showing Miss Reed backing Lexus out of Mr. O'Keefe's residence at approximately 5 o'clock in the morning. So we wanted to look at the backing activity and whether that backing, contacting Mr. O'Keefe's vehicle, whether that was sufficient. Sufficient to cause damage to the right rear tail light of the Lexus.
when you were asked to engage in the study, were you ever asked to teach yourself?
No.
Was there ever any influence you ever had something?
Whatever that is.
When you engaged in that kind of studies or something that was kind of good, given direction or limitations on what you should do? When you receive the information, you understand
Sure. That's on slides. So, one of the things we first did was to get an exemplar Lexus.
Oh,
What
there
does
was
exemplar mean? It just means I got the same exact year, make, and model vehicle as Miss Reed. So Miss Reed's vehicle is on the left-hand side, taking during my inspection. What I found was exact same year, make, model, manufactured the same plant, everything.
Alright,
Lexus.
somebody falling asleep.
No, it's related to Texas plate. Purchase the vehicle.
I know. The worst is almost over. I don't know what you consider the worst, because you still gotta go under the dryer.
Lexus is in fact
Oh, you could really sleep under there, though.
Miss Reed's, these are all the standard equipment. Reed Lexus, TIS, that's Toyota Information Services, Toyota Information System. So I ran it through TIS, which is the umbrella program for inspection. My Lexus, which is the Lexus website. then started doing what's referred to as photometric analysis.
Help me with the word.
Oopsie daisy.
While you're at it, maybe you can teach him how to pronounce guacamole. Hematoma is actually hematoma, not hematoma. This is mind-numbing. I imagine that Alessia is objecting to all of this
Almost
stuff.
to the close. Remember to press the like button when you come in.
But you know,
Please and thanks.
Dimensional images, say you get video or photographs, and know some information about photographs and some of the dimensions of things in the image, get or convert it to three-dimensional space. In other words, be able to get exact three-dimensional measurements out of that two-dimensional measurement. So
Not split. This one's not split.
the video, just to show the provided video that I was given.
thank you, Cyber Chicken Boston. Here we go. We're gonna watch Karen Ray picture.
Special piece vehicle. Now we notice that there actually is contact between the vehicles.
Oh, you would never believe so. How funny how that video just cut off.
So one of the first things we wanted to do is determine the front.
What just happened?
You know,
Yep, yep, yep.
Something just slipped. Not really surprising that it was skip. There should be ghosts coming in out of it too.
now we notice that there actually is contact between the vehicles.
And then moves forward. Oh, and then they put it off. Back. That's so funny how that's all they gave
So
us.
one of the first things we wanted to do
Now everybody's on this already. That's good.
Most of that video wasn't cut out. Alexis just disappeared. I'm gonna play it one more time. Maybe Howie Carr will run with this on Twitter like he did with my stuff last time. But wow, that's all they gave him to go walk away. He's still. That's just screen. Again. It's the only video they gave him. It's much longer than this. Look at that. You've been here for 2 seasons. And a bright red taillight. Here's a comment on. They didn't get
how many video frames are framed per second. Your normal kind of video camera has about 30 frames per second. Your standard movie is 25 frames a second. You know, a modern IMAX is like 60 frames a second.
That'd be great if you proved that the video was altered.
Frame rate is the time between each frame tells you how much time,
Hit the like button if you're watching this part right now.
and then we can figure out how far the vehicle moved, distance divided by time, speed. So we
All right, coming down to the nitty gritty.
Anyways, 5 different sources, we're getting 19.8 frames a second.
Let me ask you something, Doctor. Doc, what's up, Doc? Let me ask you. Did they
I'm done. Not split.
Perhaps altered some.
This
videos
piece
have
isn't split.
different perspective, measurement than others, and I just asking for a friend. No? No, they didn't? Yeah. There you go.
So then what we've done is add information now, so now we know how many seconds each frame represents. Now we can clock back in to tie that into time. So it's the same exact video, except we have a frame counter now, and we have a time.
Yep.
Time is
Cut it off before
Never fails. Every time. Every. We almost there.
allegedly.
This frame 305, notice you see.
All right, so this is a thicker piece, as you guys can see. I have to reinforce these pieces because that will stick up.
Right, 'cause the reverse one's on white.
So put a little bit, tiny bit at the top. So when I put the other track, it just locks it in. So it's no like.
Look at your screen. Look at your screen. They're shining red onto the white front.
All right, we're closing it up now. Like the video right now, please. Please like the video right now. We're closing up a quick weave. This piece right here is not split, but at the same time, I need to get the glue right in there so the other track can lay it down nice and properly. And it's not sticking up. It's gonna feel nice and smooth and flat on your head. You're not gonna feel any bulk, any tracks, nothing. And we're going to start the finger waves after this. If my model can stay awake. I know I have that effect, that soothing, cool effect I have. Alright, so we got these two pieces. We're going to lock her up now. Press the like on the video. If it's your first time coming on here, please hit subscribe. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. So I'm closing it up now. I'm just putting a little bit more glue to make sure that it sticks nice and properly. Gotta be careful on this part.
So we have
Just a
very
little more. There
definitive
you go.
locations for the wheels of the Lexus. We lay over a grid,
Lay over something.
various frames. So we then took the images, it was called clarification, which is where you overlay images
Oopsie daisy.
from multiple versions or multiple views of the same vehicle.
Legal altering a video.
So
When
here's
you're an expert.
Mr.
All right, we're at the very top. We're about to close this baby up. I do wish my piece that wasn't split was a little longer, but I still always make it work. This is my split piece. piece
Going to
right
slide
here.
77.
Up, up, up.
We're going to focus in on this
And
area
this
here.
is my piece that's not split.
So
What we're gonna do is we're gonna lock it in.
where the snow is displaced, these two spots right across here.
Like if me and Shovel thinks this is the dumbest thing he's ever seen,
You can focus your attention
I'm
on
more than
those.
that.
977.
At least now they're videos.
Slide 78. All right, so altogether, we went out to Mr. O'Keefe's residence and took a scan, laser scan, so you see the laser scanner here.
Progress so far. And we're almost there.
The camera's changed, the slide position, we're looking for that.
Now what I do right here, I just put a little bit of glue on my hand.
That's right, remember, they swapped out the ring camera.
And I'll use the tip of my shears to push it in.
Ask if it would be okay if the O'Keefe's took down the ring camera that was in existence at the time of John O'Keefe's murder and replaced it.
Sometimes I use the tip of my shears, but I'm careful, so I wouldn't suggest you guys do that. If you're not professional.
The camera has changed, like, right, you know, we can make it work, we can give it, pay us more, we'll do more.
This position, the camera's changed, the slide position, we can account for that.
You can.
So here's the subject video, we have the correct resolution. There's a new camera, it's going slightly faster frame rate, that just means we got different time between frames on the new camera. We're simply using that calibration. Container on the camera full, is using the same video codec is how the computer encodes the video. Oh, yes, thank you. Slide 79. Slide 79 or 2. So really, we care most about is the resolution. So slide 80,
Of course,
you can
that's
see
what we
these
care
are
about, the
all the
resolution.
sum points. So from the
What you
lasers,
care about is the resolution, you don't care about having the right timeline, you don't care about having the right data, because now you got better data. All you care about is the resolution. That's what I got this draw there.
scan, we locate these various points. So the 3D scanner knows the exact position of all these points on slide 80 in the image.
And we're done with the closing.
Fading in. So what you see now, black, beginning of slide 81, this is the picture.
All right.
of the camera.
So we're gonna get ready to do the waves, guys.
That's because
Get ready to do the waves. I'm gonna fix the camera angle in a minute. I'm just gonna cut the cap off so we can get the finger wave started. Or just waves or whatever.
There's a top button on top in the upper right hand corner, because we're the land of the
So
law.
using that information, we solving for the camera, we verify that we have appropriate residual.
You can sit up, brother. Sit up. Thank you.
Okay, subject video. And this is the news subject video. The control points overlaid on it. That's the subject video, painting in the laser scans of the scene, before.
Tilt your head.
So this is both on slide 84, I'm just toggling between the point cloud and the video. And what I'm trying to illustrate is how well we were able to overlay the on the video data. So, for example, if you say you watch one of these points up here, so I toggle between the video.
I mean, I could say that looks like there's a little white spot.
There's a laser scan.
And it seems like there's this tail light.
So we've done a good job.
And what we know from Jenna Cave is that the auto repairman was at the O'Keefe residence on the 30th when she went there before she went to Mike's house. Carrie Roberts, because you know, it was strong enough to look at Carrie Roberts' door. We asked, if I zoom in on this, which I can do, because I have that technology, I could make it look like, oh look, there's a little white spot right here on the tail light. You can see, maybe that was a piece of tail light that was missing from John O'Keefe's car. It doesn't look like snow. I don't know. To me, I could make that into anything. I could fantasize just as well as this guy did. And then I could say, oh, and Jennifer O'Keefe said the auto repairman was at their house in the 30th, so he must have taken the car and then had it repaired so they could pin it on the girl.
Visual show that we've done an adequate job.
Adequate. Yeah, that's what you need. Adequate to convict someone of murder. Just make sure it's adequate enough to convict the girl of murder. Thank you very much, man.
That's the video.
Sir Frank, that's what I'm saying.
5. So what I'm doing here is toggling between, this is the video of the car. Remember I told you I went out and I inspected Mr. PC a couple of laser scan of it? So we're now taking that laser scan of the video to the vehicle and overlaying it
So tired of trying it.
in the video. So this is the video image. That's the laser scan laid on top of it. So we know all the dimensions in the laser scan. We know all the dimensions in the scene of this. We have the tire tracks. We can take data points along the tire tracks. Create a map of those. Bring it into the coming out this direction, that in here. Going forward. Towards the bottom of the street. Backing out here, pulling forward like here. At 88. So this is the Lexus lined up. This is when the Lexus has come to a complete stop. This should be maximum engagement. And this is just toggling frame 88, showing we have the time and the frame number. 369 on the same slide. We've now overlaid the Lexus laser scans on top of the image of the Lexus. So there's video image. Still here's where we overlay the laser scan on the Lexus. So we've overlaid the laser scan of the Lexus on the Lexus. We've overlaid the laser scan of the Chevrolet onto the Chevrolet. And we've overlaid the laser scan of the scene onto the scene. So now what that allows us to do, we now know the position of everything in there. And we've also tracked the position. So that's what it looks like if you're overlaying the crew model, which means we have the tire tracks. Oh my, that was wrong. Slide 89, and then as a toggling slide 89 by turn the vehicle off, so you can see how the tire positions match up. When I toggle slide 89, the tire positions line up with where the end of the snow was. For all that information, again, we lined up in the video, we lined up in the scene, we have the two vehicles, and you get the exact position of the vehicles when that lets us stop. So when that lets us stop, that's it, maximum engagement. So from that information, we can handle the vehicle, we'll get the degree of overlap, we get that configuration. That's hard to see because of the angles, and these are not at right angles to each other. The exact contact. Now, I mentioned across slide 94 now, that contact on the rear of the Chevy Traverse. So you can see, we actually, see. data points in those two areas that show that slide. And we're looking at where that is. So if we look at that on the vehicle, so this is where it is on the rear. There's your piece in Chevrolet. See how it's about 5 inches off ground, 2.5 inches off ground. Here's Mr. Pete's vehicle. So these marks, so the Chevy George markers are constantly right here. You know, handing up to inspect Mr. Pete's vehicle. There's no damage on these markers. So sure, it knocks the snow off. But
There isn't any damage now, because it got fixed,
we
maybe.
then map that data onto Ms. Reed's vehicle, looking where that thing is. See those two marks, that thing on the top of the vehicle, that bumper sticks out. This is exactly where you expect. But we only have it as a contact nowhere near the upper tail light. I emphasize the word upper tail light because it is right in line with the lower tail light. But yet the lower tail light also was not broken. So again, 25 and a half, that's 24 right here, 25 and a half. That's 24 right here, 25 and a half. It's right there. It's not like that. It's also right in the level of that light. It's like it's not over. It's on this how this contact pattern lines up. So the first set of slides, I'm simply standing next to the Lexus. We know we have a broken tail light.
Bullshit.
I'm
And now I'm standing next to the car, look at me.
Look at all of that.
That ain't from no
Living dog bites, like, come on now. I've been bit by a dog. I know what a teeth hole look like.
When that picture comes up again, you're gonna have to hide it, so you just saw it, but you need to see it again, go back to it. I should have just let it skip ahead. I tried to put him on the fast speed because he's dead by 1,000 cuts here.
All right, let's start. Let me get some of these straggling pieces out of here. So we got the waves mixed in with the straight here. And we're gonna have a leave out with layers and swoosh, swoosh. And swoosh at the side.
All right, we gotta get back to the right where we were.
I'll be using my famous black gel.
Slide shows that we had, there was snow here and now there's no snow there.
Ooh.
Couldn't see anything.
This right here. The little faithful. Alright. Officially. Never done this on. Well, I have, but I don't know. It feels kind of awkward. But I'm going to start the waves.
Right.
We're going to be using an all-purpose comb. Rat tail comb. All-purpose. Rat tail metal end, regular rubber rat tail. Take the bracelet off because the gel's gonna be on this hand. I like this gel, it doesn't flake, it dries shiny.
And then, consider speed and then again, knowing we have the position for the vehicle. We have different degrees of overlap.
Yeah, even if there's pieces, you can see them.
2 millimeters of overlap between vehicles,
Grab your ring camera.
which is insufficient to cause the tail light that's recessed in from the edge on the right rear of the Lexus to contact the rear of the Chevrolet.
Considering all the data and analysis we did, you come to a conclusion that this would be an engineering service. Whether the air, what different damage during the contact with Mr. O'Keefe's car at around 5:07 a.m.
sure about that.
That's my opinion.
Is that too reasonable for the sir?
That's still higher than that answer.
Not even reasonable. Higher. Helen Folger lives in Folger, she lives by the commercial, not the Pearl Street one.
Dimension of a green area of the site. That's number two. Now let's really focus on.
So the third area.
Alright, now let's get actually started.
The injuries, you see, physical evidence, contaminant fragments, glass, things of that nature.
You conduct your studies, reach conclusions.
And I like to use raw lava body so it can dry quicker and shiny. Even though I use the one in the spray, but I still use raw lava body so we can get this dried quick.
Did you hear him while I was there? On the screen.
And it gives it a shine also. Slide it down just a tad bit. Thank you.
So, this is a.
And we're going to do it with 2 combs today.
Yes, sir. Slide 105, this is a picture of Mr. O'Keefe's right arm, forearm, hand, and wrist. In
Two weeks at the
anatomy,
demonetized.
the arm is defined from your shoulder to your elbow, then from your elbow to your wrist is your forearm, and then this is your hand. So technically we say arm, it really means from your elbow to your shoulder. Most people call this whole thing arm. It's actually the upper extremity. Arm is from shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist is forearm, hand.
We're showing
So they can see our arm and forearm. So arm, elbow to shoulder, elbow to wrist is forearm. So looking at the injuries to the certain place, arm, as well as his hand. So this is me. I'm actually 6 feet down an inch long. You can see what it is, the coroner's examination report from Mr. O'Keefe. He's 73 inches tall. That's 6 feet 1 inch tall. This time when I was 220 pounds, Mr. O'Keefe at the time of this incident,
Are we supposed to congratulate him on his weight loss? I think he's looking for congratulations.
was 216. So I took measurements of myself. I'm actually wearing the same American size shoes as
Really?
Mr. O'Keefe, the same brand of jeans as Mr. O'Keefe.
Oh, these people are sick. Why would you do all of that? You heard what he just said?
As a brand of jeans they were. He bought those Nikes. Did they have black sole or a white sole? I'm not sure. He stood there with a ruler next to his vehicle in the same clothing, same brand of jeans. This is so creepy.
Right.
Same sneakers.
Why would you do that?
Whole thing.
Trying to get a good angle for you guys.
That's the spoiler. Cracked his head open. Oh my god, wait for it. Wait for it. Same shoes, same jeans.
He's crazy.
That's of myself.
Where's the hat?
So I took measurements of myself. I'm actually wearing the same American size shoes as Mr. O'Keefe, the same brand of jeans as Mr. O'Keefe, the same brand and size shirt.
All right, watch how I connect it right here, guys.
The Lexus in the background.
Not only did he buy an exemplar of Lexus, but he bought the same brand shirt, the same brand jeans,
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
it's
brand
stiff.
sneakers, put them all on the bill except for Mr. whatever your name is, Dr. So-and-so. You're not wearing anybody in. Who's wearing it?
And now I'm going to connect this wave into that wave that I did first. So it's an actual technique to connecting your waves so they don't just look all over the place.
What I'm showing here is what the height, and then keep in mind where
This one's
the
wrong.
height of this wing is
Wing?
relative to my right eye.
The wing? Is it a spoiler or is it a wing?
So now I'm wearing, in addition, same shirt, shoes, same type of sweatshirt,
Oh my God.
Why? I never heard anyone do that before. Why would you mop the... I am done. Whoa, that's crazy. That is just absolutely crazy. What? What they call it? Kangaroo court. I don't know what is going on.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Can you guys hit the like button for me, please? Thanks. Really appreciate it if you do.
Objection. There's never been any evidence that that glass came from the waterfall. Hello? Have you heard any testimony?
Because I'm being a contortionist for you guys.
Video that that glass came from the waterfall. We've never heard that.
And actually the same kind of baseball hat. We tried to determine the exact glass from the waterfall grill. Found out they were getting different ones at different times, but I ordered my glass from the same distributor that waterfall grill ordered their glasses from.
Facts, not in evidence.
So you can
Facts,
see in
not
my
in evidence.
right hand here, I have
Stiff.
glass. Here's a glass. It looks similar. It's from the same location.
We should be objecting.
Okay, so pretend you're John and come back from the
Shirt off.
D to tell us what happened, because that's what I'm picking up from this.
Pattern lines up.
Come back to the screen. I don't get rid of it.
Because you dress like you find out you want to take his place. What?
Not much people will be happy he's back.
Look at this.
Right.
The
This man is.
activity that he's doing now. With his same shirt on. And he's going to.
They got a raw deal because your mama gone, your daddy gone, your uncle came in, stepped in for you guys, and now
Stepmom gone.
everybody gone. child.
Look at how this.
And we got the crazy Irish lady.
So the first set of slides, I'm simply standing next to the Lexus. We know we have a broken tail light. See how those may or may not be so you're the height and position of the tail light.
Little photograph at the top of the left.
I call it a wind beam. I mean, it could be a
Wind
beam.
wing. The wind beneath my wings. Wind wing. See, the little spoiler. I don't know. What fan? Air fan? Wind wing?
Okay, so I then set about to do a little bit of testing for Lexus. First test you're going to see is me just walking backwards or actually sideways into the Lexus. What I've done is I've painted the Lexus right rear tail light with grease paint. Now, sort of like paint, but it doesn't dry.
Grease
And
and
then I have backed up sideways, side shuffled into the Lexus, put my arm out, with the
grease paint. Oh, look at the damage.
basically where someone of Mr. P's height are.
This is like a Nickelodeon show. This is like a Nickelodeon show. He put paint on the Lexus. He then just kind of drunkenly, it looked like, walked into. I have to enlarge this so you can't see the arm, because the arm is on the right hand of the screen, and the YouTube screen like that. So, this is crazy. We need to zoom. This is like a Nickelodeon episode. He put paint on it and then he bumped into it to see what it would do to his arm. It doesn't shatter.
Crazy.
It's blue paint. It's yellow paint on his arm there. Somehow, some way, somewhere. We are now we're in the land of make believe. We've crossed over the land of the lost and the land of make believe. Remember the Magic Garden? Anyone? I can't even believe that this is really happening. I say this often on this channel, there is nothing scarier than a person who's got nothing to lose, right? Nothing scarier than a person who's got nothing to lose. If it's true that this guy sold his company to Action for $270 million, he's got nothing to lose. He's got nothing to lose. It doesn't matter what he says on the stand because he's got $270 million in the bank. He doesn't care. What happened? Oh my God, here we go again. Watch it, bump into that Lexus with that arm. Check it out.
Okay, so I then set about to do a little bit of testing with Lexus. The first test you're going to see is me just walking backwards or actually sideways into the Lexus. What I've done is I've painted the Lexus right rear tail light with grease paint. Sort of like paint, but no problem. And I have backed up sideways, side shuffled into the Lexus with my arm out.
Boom. There it is.
Basically where someone of Mr. Keith's height arm would contact the rear tail light. So then what you see is I show the photographs again. I show the paint transfer.
That's why it's called finger waves. You gotta incorporate your fingers.
On my hand was to show where my hand would hit the tail light. And so just kind of me walking slowly sideways into it, the approximate location of the tail light, I'll line it up to the tail light in a second, lines up to the approximate location of the lacerations on Mr. O'Keefe's arm.
I've got Oh, for the love of the traveling Mary. Swipe myself out of the stream, but not this stream. I swipe myself out of the TV stream.
If we did it with all straight here, the waves would be bigger and be more oceany. But because we mixed it with some deep waves, the waves are a little bit more tighter, a little bit more deeper. On the deeper side, more than on the oceany side. But you can get it done either oceany or really deep. I think the really deep would last longer though, like the way we're doing it now.
Oh,
Trying to see if there's any correlation.
when did you do the experiments yesterday?
Of course.
270 million reasons why he doesn't care.
So for example, if you get hit and knocked out balance or clicked and knocked out balance, you can take additional steps to balance back. If your arm is at 90 degrees or 85 degrees, will affect the kinematics. We attempted to model different possibilities. We're getting results that were all over the map. Small changes in the pedestrian position give a huge change in the output. And so from the tech stream data, we don't know exactly when in the tech stream data he was hit. So we don't even know the exact impact speed. In most pedestrian reconstructions, you
Okay,
take
so you need to tell us that hitting a pedestrian or a deer would not register a text stream event. We need more likes. We need more likes. Thank you for reminding me. We need more likes. It helps you find us. It helps you find us. This is an SNL skit of the highest level of writers. This is not even script. This would be better. You couldn't. You could not script this better. This is outrageous. This is outlandish. It's crazy. And Triple Paul didn't understand kinematics. So this guy is one step better than Triple Paul. But here we go. We don't even know the exact impact speed in most pedestrian cases. But here we do because I made it now. Look at me, I'm great.
data. We don't know exactly when in the tech stream data he was hit. So we don't even know the exact impact speed. In most pedestrian reconstructions, you typically have a point where the impact occurred.
All right, sorry, I gotta stop it again. We don't know the exact impact speed because they've been telling us since season 1 that it was 24.2 miles an hour that he was hit at. And now you're saying you can't tell how fast she was going when you step got it. The Blue Man can put it better. That's what I was thinking of the Blue Man. Thank you. Good night, Heidi.
So, for example, and they get hit and their tire is on the rubber side. That's called the area of impact, point of impact. We then can look at how far they can throw.
We don't have that.
And using some laws of physics, calculate how fast the car had to be going. But we don't have that. So we don't know exactly where Mr. O'Keefe was on the roadway when this happened. Sorry, what's the next one?
Without having an exact,
Exactly replicate? No. And again, in terms of how he would move, again, we don't know where exactly on the roadway he started. So in terms of how he moved, that's a function of where he started. We don't know if when he was clipped, he took an additional step before falling backwards. So that will change how far you are off the roadway. So the impact,
Stiff.
which you'll see in a second, even at 2 miles an hour, will induce rotation in the body. So depending on the speed, the higher the speed, the more rotation. So I may go slide 111. This is simply showing where I walk sideways, how this lines up, the location of lacerations on Mr. Keith's arm. Here's the close contact stuffing on the tail light.
At what point did the taillight explode into all of those pieces, sir? Because you haven't said that yet, has he? Said that?
Reads vehicle on the right-hand side. So now I said, okay, that was me wanting to get out of the car. Let's set up the car, drive into me. I did this at very low speeds,
Oh, he did. He had the car drive into
and
him.
you'll see
And
most
he's
of those from 2 different angles.
stumbling around
Me
front.
showing
With the glass in his hand.
just 2.
I'm gonna shatter your arm, dude.
Hi, darling. Remember to press the like button.
But we were told it was trying to go 2 miles an hour, so they.
This is from a camera that we have pointing down at it. This is the speed. You see it's only
This is a
about 2
full
miles.
quick weave
Even a 2 mile an hour impact redirects me back.
with finger
Rotate,
waves.
take step.
Let's go. Look at me. 2 miles an hour. Wow. I love how he's acting and stumbling around drunk. Yeah, please approach. This is insane. And he's got this car backing up into him. I'm not seeing the taillight explode in your exemplar vehicle. Sir.
All right, I can't show this side because it's making it awkward and I gotta get it right. So I'll show you guys this side once it's done.
Yesterday,
That's what you have. Thank you.
picked him up at the airport. Are you kidding me? At what point did the taillight explode in your little experiment? And at what point did your arm shatter in your little experiment? Because your little experiment was at 2 miles an hour. Serious? Let's see. Let's see.
Is there something? I just can't see it. It's like-
We can't see it either. We can't see any of it. We can't imagine it.
Going back to the video, you walk to the side of the passenger side of the car. And why did you do that?
Are you sure it's the passenger side?
You were discussing with who what to do.
Right.
Tully?
So there's no way we trying to imitate or give a demonstration of what this or
Oh, no. This speed's just 2 miles an hour. I was having a discussion with the driver about what we need to do to conduct the test.
Was Tully the driver?
walk up to the passenger side and want to replicate a study or.
No, that was again, nothing to do with this case, except
But was it really the passenger side or was the video inverted too? Was your video inverted too?
the instructor, driver.
Oh, there's no apology necessary.
So this is the dynamic test, test 2.
Let's stop calling you the doctor.
So again,
Come on, man.
Here.
Your speed is the car traveling?
Speed.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear from Ed Wells either.
About 2 miles an hour.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that's really what this one is.
The objection is limited, Mr. Wesley, that's the objection we spoke about. They said he was going 24
So
hours.
similar to the other test,
Less.
this is the post-contact image of the transfers onto my arm. Actually, there's yellow paint. You can see from my
I'm gonna cut that once it's dry.
from the arm and forearm. There's the paint transfer pattern.
Put your head up. So once that's dry, I'm gonna
Terrible at that.
cut that wave right there, where it just blends all in. We're gonna cut the sideburns once it's dry, and then we're gonna cut layers in the leave out, and it's gonna be left on. But we gotta dry this a little bit so it can set. Guys, you know you could leave me a little super thanks if you guys want to now. You know, just hit that little dollar sign. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put her under the dryer for a little bit, and before she's fully done dry, I'm going to give her a little haircut on this piece right there. So you guys are just gonna be really looking at the wall until she's done, because I'm gonna let her dry. But those are the waves done with a tight type of hair, and it's mixed at the top with regular straight bundles because we're gonna have a leave out. So I'm gonna put a little wrap sheet on it loosely just to hold what we got going on. We're gonna do like 10, maybe 20 under the dryer, and then I'm gonna take her out and continue on with the style. But this is what we got so far.
Oh, the glass was shattered its head right now?
All right. They said you can pause the live. How you pause it? Help me. How do you pause the live? Somebody please tell me. I don't know how, so I'm just gonna leave it, I guess. So, show live video, what? Huh? Oh! What did I do? Okay. Let me see what. Oh, look. Okay, guys, so. All right, that's good. Yeah, I know what to do now. I'm just putting her up under the dryer. You guys can leave any comments in the comment section if you have any questions. This is just one type of way I do waves. It's I literally do it in a million ways. You're gonna stay right there, John.
Stay over here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna sweep the floor. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. All right, that was fairly quick. Didn't take too long. We didn't have to make a little grind, but sugar honey iced tea happens, right? Come, stand up, baby. Oops, sorry. I hope I didn't hurt you. Okay. Whoop. No. That's that good old screensaver. Let's spend that money and get that screensaver. All right, honey, sit down. can take your little nap now.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I can figure out what I'm gonna eat for my lunch slash dinner.
And this is the evidence
You good?
Yeah, I just
Put your
put it
head
on
on
my.
my. That's tight enough, so it don't feel like it's falling off, right?
Mhm. No, it's good.
Okay. All right, let's get this one started. And we're gonna do that for about 20 minutes. Sorry guys, what do y'all wanna see? I mean, there's nothing to see. I'll put it over
Is
here.
the kid injured? No. No.
previous images that you've seen
We're gonna be back with
reconstructed.
the style and finishing up the style, guys. If you have any questions, remember to leave it in the comment section, okay? Matter of fact, I can bring her with me. It's my first time doing lives while I'm doing hair, and it's a little different, you know, but I'm working it out, trying to get the angles right and the lighting and all that. But yeah, it comes natural to me, so I guess I'll be fine. Any questions? Any questions, guys? Let me see. Everybody's gone. And 4 people in the chat. Oh, where's my phone? Let me grab my phone, guys. Alright guys, I'm sorry this live came out a little bit choppy. It was not my plan, but like I said, sugar honey iced tea happens. Thank you so much for leaving a like. I mean, as much as people came in and left, they could at least leave a like. Jeez, no sir. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know what's going on with this right here. Lord have mercy. Alright guys, I'm sorry this live came out a little bit choppy. It was not my plan, but like I said, she was really nice to happens. Thank you so much for leaving a like. I mean, as much as people came in and left, they could at least leave a like. Jesus. It's fine. Yes. Sorry, this
conspired to kill Chad Daybell's wife. Chad Daybell's wife.
I'm back, guys. We're just gonna cut the fronts and get her back under the dryer.
About whether the defendant's Lexus struck Mr. O'Keefe on January 29, 2022, around 12:32 a.m.
Oh, I went to turn that light on.
Yes, based on the totality of the evidence, DNA, everything I've talked about.
DNA?
that's consistent with that happening.
You
These
talking
are
about
briefs
DNA?
to Mr. O'Keefe. That is what happened.
I'm sorry, did I miss the part where he talked about the DNA? Because I didn't hear anything about DNA. Can I hear that again? No, he's below. He says, Mr. Welcher, instead of dressing up as John O'Keefe, you should have worn a tutu and point shoes and done a pirouette. Well done, girl.
I'm done with her.
2022, Lexus simply and all the evidence you consider.
Interviews, it's what?
Okay, here's the question.
Why are you
Based on the evidence
consider-
consider,
I'm
could
on
you share with
live.
the jury what your opinion is to a reasonable degree of engineering certainty about whether the defendant's Lexus struck Mr. O'Keefe on January 29, 2022, around 12:32 a.m.
Ooh, nice and warm.
Yes,
Mhm.
based on the
Nice
totality
and
of the
warm.
evidence, DNA.
All right, do me a
everything I've
favor.
talked about, That is consistent with that happening.
Push
With
back a
great
little.
scientific certainty, that is what happened.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's not stating his opinion himself. Hank Brennan is stating his opinion, and he's just saying, yes, that's what happened. No, that's not how it works. Do you have an opinion with a reasonable degree of engineering certainty? Yes, I do. And what is that?
Turn that down before Rhonda starts yelling at me. All right,
And then
we're
he has
gonna,
to state his opinion. Hank Brennan doesn't get.
she's gonna go back under the dryer, but we're gonna cut this right here.
Trial wearing 101.
No, you know, we're gonna leave that lens, girl.
So embarrassing. Sarah, but thank you so very much, and thank you to Mike for gifting by. You're always a kind and generous contributor to this channel, and I little kind of scooch. I mean, is the media laughing back there?
How long do you want it to like?
I don't know. Does he match?
Well, I'm just gonna layer it right now
Yeah.
anyway, and then
Okay.
we'll figure out the length once I
Mhm.
finish layering it.
What else is back there?
Cheers.
That guy John DePetro in the orange shirt that wins the lottery every single week. He's like from Rhode Island or something. He was trashing me the other day on the Yellow Cottage Cheese channel, and somebody came to tell me about it.
Cottage cheese,
Do
yeah.
not come into my comments. Just here's a little hot tip. Don't come into my comments and tell me that people are trashing me on another channel. Number one, I don't want to hear it, and number two, I really don't care. Like your friend in high school, be like, you know, someone said about you, and I'll tell you something. Good. She's letting the jury go. All right. We're starting an hour a week tomorrow. They're gonna start at 10 tomorrow. What does that mean? Does that mean that the lawyers come at 9? I can walk around. It is. I'm gonna pack all this up. So we're done for the day? Are we gonna get any argument? He's like making nice with the jury. Hey, sorry, you know, we're wasting your whole entire lives and only paying you $50 a day, but you know, sit down for this part. Can anybody tell me if you know? Because I don't know if you know. Look, this court officer right here, this woman right here.
The black lady.
On the right hand side, I love her so much. She's very fast. I want to know her name because I want to shout her out. I love her so much. There was one day where she was sitting.
Don't make the woman get fired from our job because they already don't like you,
The
Melanie.
day that just behind
These people
said,
are
"No, it was
crazy."
Like it was May 4th because you know May the 4th be with you, and it was all she could do. Not supposed to go. I don't want to get her fired or anything because she thinks she.
Right.
That's what it was. May the 4th. May the 4th. Be
All right,
with
we're
you.
just putting in some layers in here, long layers, wispy layers.
He brought his own equipment. 5 minutes, yeah. Hell, it's gonna be hella longer than that, I think.
Alright, so Mr. Leslie, I will hear you as to your objection.
For the podium.
That means both of you can for the next 5 minutes. Go ahead, Mr. Leslie.
Wow. Life in prison.
Down. Oh shit. Oh, the jury is out. I thought Lexi was about to cook.
Strongly asserts there was no collusion, and there is substantial evidence to that. We are going to cross-examine Dr. Lecture. We are going to use our own case to demonstrate no collision occurred. That is no surprise. It was in our opening statement. This witness cannot provide precedent views or point out the ultimate question that is going here. I sat subject to an evidentiary issue. The two questions that a Bible nexus always answers in this situation. Is the damage to the vehicle consistent with a pedestrian vehicle? And are the injuries to the vehicle consistent with being hit by a motor vehicle? Those are the questions that are permissible, not the collision question. It is resoundingly improper in this trial, in any trial where that is the ultimate conclusion for the jury. Yes, an expert can offer opinions, but every expert is bounded by the extent of their opinion, or that opinion on whether there was a collision was made the province of the jury.
That's right.
So what Mr. Lucy is arguing is that their opening statement, they would statement the province of the jury because they asserted vehemently over and over again there was no collision. Over and over. And it just told you that if an expert makes a stand, they'll have abundant evidence that
So
there
we're
was
gonna
no
get you back under the dryer for a couple of seconds until the rest of the waves dry.
issue. It's manslaughter or mens rea for second-degree murder.
Oh, so she's guilty?
They don't get to define the prosecution's case. They do not get to define or limit the prosecution's opinions. They have no case law. They have no study. They have no jurisdiction or jurisprudence to say what we are limited.
Jurisprudence.
He's entitled to an opinion. His opinion is not limited to whether or not the defendant struck the sore feet. That evidence is obvious. It's not whether or not.
Excuse me?
Well, Alexis, that evidence is obvious. He also is an enormous part
This
of
man is
Bible
crazy.
engineer and massive reconstructionist. He studied the text stream data. They didn't, he did. And he's entitled to give an opinion that text stream data, based on fact, science, data, tells us other evidence, where we conclude with other evidence. This collision actually occurred. We don't have to play peekaboo, close our eyes to the reality of what's happening.
Peekaboo?
That the evidence
Peekaboo.
supports the conclusion is given their certainty that the defendant struck the stroke with her Lexus in front of their people. I am not interjecting the defendant. I always refer to her car, so it signifies her Lexus. I didn't care for her, and I don't have to, but I'm very careful. He is relying on the text stream data of physical evidence, independent studies. He is allowed to offer an opinion about whether the injuries are consistent. He's also allowed to answer, in his opinion, the issue of collision, putting aside the fact that that was And on the size, and even the open escape, it's kind of, that's why it's not our fault that I didn't testify or next weekend or that.
It's alright, Colin. I'll cover my. Alright, we're gonna go back under the dryer.
And what was your second? You said that's one of the opinions you're going to ask. What else?
So we'll also ask them about the consistency.
He has an attitude problem. What the heck is wrong with
What?
Going to ask them after this part about the difference between a side swipe as opposed to a full-on
all that?
injury, pedestrian collision from the front to the back of the car. And then further slides to the side of that. So it would be.
And
Side swipe collision.
You feel like,
okay, so this is not the end of Dr. Welch's testimony. It's just moving on to another area.
Close, but it's not.
Okay. And go ahead. Yeah.
He's got the case, and maybe got the case.
Secondly, Your Honor, we practice what we preach. I have the courtroom report.
damn, I wanna turn this up. Jesus.
Is that a new one or is that a? Okay.
Good talking to you. Okay. We'll be back, guys. I'm gonna put y'all on pause and you guys will be back to see the finished look. We just gotta dry some more. And we'll be back in business.
I don't have that report, so I'd like a copy
Okay,
of that
guys, let me
report.
pause y'all.
collars or button-down collars. Thank you, Mama Shea. This would be also big. GBW.
Brooke?
And my gift
You
is
don't know.
five.
I didn't.
A lot says you need this exact yellow.
If she have some on it, okay. Gotcha.
I love that bit.
Mhm. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. Mhm.
Like no sunscreen at the Wet n Wild, at Wet n Wild in the snow. Totally allow it. For that. Gracie Jones was confused and said, so John back. I'm not gonna see my son back. Look at that, that's his back. People in your arm. He said, as long as I need to report on with vertical ones. Right, not horizontal. If it was in the position that the Commonwealth said the arm was, but that this guy said. My phone, but can you guys see the poll? You can see the poll, right? Okay, yeah, because a lot of you are voting, so please vote. If you're gonna jump ship, please vote before you go. Smash the like button before you have to jump. We've got a lot of questions to talk about. And if you are jumping, come back tomorrow. We'll be here in time. I'm sure you'll be here till 10. We'll be here we fire on acid. I thought I made that up fire on acid. Yeah, no. I was curious. That's you. First thing is your sweat. That was switched to your arm. First did not put paint in this t-shirt. This is crazy bad.
Thank you, Shmoney.
Vanessa Alante, the car he was hit by 2 miles an hour, no damage to his head.
Still put you back on for a minute before we get on.
Michael says, you know that we
The back is always the longest to dry. Us.
Mhm.
Woo. I don't want to mess with it. I just want it to dry. Alright, we're gonna clean up your face a little bit before I start. There's a cold rag with a tip of alcohol to wipe your forehead. Remember? Your cheeks, your nose. Alright, we gotta tie this baby down because she acting up. Up.
Pump it down again.
Yeah.
Analytical lyrical Linda. Key cycle 1162, which from when the car was towed at Karen's parents' house up to Buffalo. True or false that he created key cycle 1164? Correct, when he was testing it outside the key. That means the church says that like work 1163. Arrived at Karen's parents' house with 1162. Not the ride to Karen's parents' house with 1162. That means the driveway to that turn.
Alright. Looking like a slider.
Did the testing unless there were other key cycles in between when that was in MSP custody?
I'm gonna leave her right there because
That's the driveway, but they're taking up whatever they can. The result. As you can see. As you can see. I think he's winning. I think he's like Charlie Sheen winning. He thinks he's Charlie Sheen winning.
you know what? I'm done with her. She's calling out all the nostalgia.
I think he thinks that he's doing really well. You guys think maybe that's for another poll tomorrow, but I don't think he's taking it. I don't think he's trying to take it. Michelle, what happened to the spinning tires on video in the Reed driveway? Yeah. She says that he edited down the video. I think you know. Defense. Listen, Karen, coach. Or maybe they seized the whole thing. But they've got another video, they'll play it, and you'll be able to see, probably, compare, that they did cut it out. We pointed that out the other day. Watch, and find the video that they were showing, and while the times match, so you go forward and faster and slower, there's clearly some things happening in that video that's clearly altered to me. Look at pictures, kind of like what are done to you by a car, that is like what the jury's supposed to decide, not just manslaughter or murder, as Mr. Brennan would like when worldwide audiences. The media, Michael Morrissey, in his August 2023 hostage video, he told the world that Mary's been shot. Michael Proctor was never a 34-year old. His hat was swung. Falling out was never in the house. His hat was swung. That is the most unusual media should ever do. Ever do it. Releasing that hostage video in August 2023 to all media. Never. So just peeking out the window, my door tells you something. So I think maybe they were yeah, they were great pictures. Matt and Jen McCabe. Yes, absolutely. They were 110%. I agree with you. Kelly and I didn't know about your litigating biases. This is just a small token that you owe. Labor of love. Thank you, Kelly. Vincent Lanzillo. Mayo is returning home over now. She said something like they just flipped him over. I don't know if they're flipping him over to clear their way.
Contorting you.
Front to back. Or back up to face up. It's never really been explained better than that. So, they was against the question. Not much, not whether she was against it. Risky Page's daughter, lost one with a Melanie that's 100K black. It takes something like 2 weeks. I didn't put in Brent. I think they have to make sure that there's no bots involved or something. It's 2 weeks for my son to play back. Each and every 102,000 people are due. Because they decided to do that to private because it's free. They'll drill out. They're going to do people line says that the 4 added on the witness list this morning are Proctor's friends to verify his text. Michael Arico, A-R-I-C-O, from Canton, Nicholas David White from Milton, and Jonathan Diamandis from Milton. And it just says, defending carried in the above factual matter provided the following simple natural witness and intentional trial for the sole purpose of authenticating records. So I don't know if these four guys are talking about like elementary school chat or not, but I don't want to spread rumors, but you know for sure. Take your word for it. Skin case, 665 ran into another melon and the salon the other day. He knows who he is. Yes, not matter. Hi Mel, you remember the time lady we had to call back? Wait to check time. Will Bev allow her to testify? Should defense call her? We have bus chat. Yes, we do have bus chat. The time lady we had to call. I don't know who we're talking about.
All my
But
comb
the
melts.
defense can call
I
her.
have one, the
That's
heat, yeah. But I have one that's supposed to be heat resistant that I got from Sally's. I have a couple of them actually. Like, here's one of them. Let's see. Let's see if it really resists the heat, because this one looks like it's on the verge of burning right now. That's what all my combs end up in the comb graveyard.
So he went to the right car, even at 2 miles an hour, not to the left, where there would be more damage to the car. He just didn't go here. He went to the right, even at 2 miles an hour, not to the left, where there would be more damage to him and the car. He just didn't go here. As you're required to now cosplay JOK, will kill you for that. Susie from Texas, it is her 70th birthday today. She's spending it with us. Thanks, Susie. Happy 70th, and many, many, many more. From Texas. Hudson, Texas, and everyone gives Susie McDermott, happy 70th. Will Wallace, that's why Cajun by now should be ashamed of himself. This is a railroad job.
Put some curls in it.
You could drink blood on it.
Microdose does. Here it is, is your reminder. Today
It
is
will fall.
30,
Yeah, I know.
May 27th, 2025.
One in the front. One right there in the front, because you have layers, you know what I mean?
Every time they show a shot of her, it breaks my heart. Says Will Wallace.
So once it falls, I'm not gonna talk even to get into this, but I think it would be good to put a couple in on the edge right here.
My armchair detectives are on it.
I'll let you decide. I'm turning it around.
It's disgusting.
I'm not gonna bog on her and take over her hairstyle.
Track line analysis.
Tilt your head for me.
Aaron has some two shoes in the first photo. Shoe two shoes. That's lightweight.
That's what I'm saying. They say this is a no burn comb, but it looks like it's burning to me.
Burning.
As well, the drivers who reverse at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what I like to do is to put the curls in to blend it because it's layered so much, so it'll look even prettier because you'll be able to see your layers. But you can see it in the mirror right now. Leave it without the curl. Put the curl.
Okay.
It'll be pretty. And they won't be tight, just some loose curls. To blend everything in, it will eventually fall straight again.
Councilwoman, I'm afraid members of the jury will fall for this open and sync up. Those who do not have all the information, long timers do. Well, you don't have one. Zero. Right here. Well, yeah. It's like 4,000 votes. Come on, you guys. There's still at least 14,000 of you here. Let's get more votes on this poll. Here's the poll. Do you think Belcher's testimony helped the Commonwealth? Helped the defense? Helped nobody? And by help nobody, I mean.
Definitely looks nice with the curls. You always get curls.
like that's good.
They fall.
Better.
Do they act right when they fall?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I want to know. When it falls, it acts right.
Thank you, Cracky Councilman, that maybe they will fall for an appointment, I don't know. Let's see what happens, the wheels on the bus full of offices, screwed up. Liz, you're awesome, Melanie, happy Monday, everyone. See, it's National Library of Medicine states that leg injury from those common trees and pedestrian strike the skies of Charlemagne. They didn't want to stop, having a bite of my lunch when that goes off street without releasing yet head injuries and those common pedestrian injuries. No, that can't be true. That can't be true. Thank you for looking it up, because, that doesn't mean, yeah, no, it's not. Head injuries are not the most common pedestrian injuries. They're just not. And I hope they've got some data about that. Master of Criminology, did you take an ATD and sideswipe with Alexis? Maybe then I could believe John would have been thrown 30 feet. ATD, we learned this today. We had to work for crash test points. He'll read anything since we're not being trouble here. I think I put some hearing on the camera earlier. I highlighted the troubles. Comment, go subscribe to him on YouTube and watch all these videos. He has spent an ungodly amount of money recreating things to disprove the Commonwealth theory. He bought a good Lexus tail light. And there are other things too. Did you buy like an exemplar of like back into it? And then it's crazy that experiment that the intro has done for fun. In this case, but all of it is in the defense. He's gonna have to break down every bit of what he showed. Yes. Yes. That's some of the things that you've already done on your YouTube channel.
Cute. See?
Read my radio.
We comb them out. They'll fall, as you already know. I'm gonna leave your paper on because we gotta get that dry, girl. And then sometimes what the dryer do, when you stay under the dryer too long, especially when the weather starts getting warm, when it starts making it sweat. Yeah, and it's a quick weave. If it was like not a quick weave, then it would probably be a little better. But because it's a quick weave, it actually sweats. So that's why it's better to get that little air dry.
I can't imagine his dressing up as John. He's going over the
But let's see what it's looking like. Yeah, we're gonna put a thingy up in here. Usually we would dry more, but this is the problem we run into, and but it's okay. We'll dry. I'm gonna make sure it's really hard. Well, it has enough product in it to where it's gonna be hard anyway. Look at my 102 girls sitting in the valley. Oh, I didn't see it. That's what brought us. I've been watching her forever. Let me see what her family is like. That's how bad we be wanting to see inside of people's homes. You hear that live? I'm trying to see inside the people's home. Oh, yeah. She got 5 of them. When she said she had 5 kids, I was like, what? What the heck? Eee. All right, so this is what it's looking like in the back, guys. We're just gonna put the paper on so she can dry when she go outside, because too much dryer time, too much heat, sometimes hold your temple for me where the paper is. Sometimes makes the hair sweat. Thank you. Hold it just like that. Just like that. And I know you like the paper because you're gonna feel secure and know that when you're dry, you're gonna be good. I like the curls. You know how to blend them out when you're ready. All right, guys, how did I do? Put a thumbs up. Remember to like it. And leave an E for effort in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. All right. Thank you for your service, miss. Yes, big up big them up all the time. Essentials, right? That's what they call you guys, essentials.
But you don't get essential shit. They like I do Pilates. They don't acknowledge.
They don't pay for your
essential
Pilates
workers.
classes,
No.
nothing.
They don't need the Pilates give discounts to ambulance, like first responders. What happened to
You
We
know the
can-
guys to get the first responders sometimes to
work.
work. Hello. It's okay, honey. It's all right. But thanks for watching, guys. See y'all in the next video. Yes, Rhonda, I finished. Oh, no. Oh, damn, she left that a long time ago. But Rhonda will be back, and she'll see the ending result of it. See y'all later. Bye. I don't be knowing how to stop no live. All right.
you know how to pause it now?
It stopped.